Hello there and welcome to Pets Aplenty. Is your cat prone to getting carried away and biting or scratching you during playtimes and training? It is entirely normal. Scratching is a natural behavior in cats. Although play biting is to be expected, the truth is no one wants the sharp claws and teeth from their cat to destroy the happy times continually. For this reason, teach your pet not to bite or scratch you when they're young. Today on the channel we will share some helpful tips on how to train your cat not to bite or scratch. Before we go further, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications. Tip number 1. Create a scratching post. Every cat deserves to own a scratching post, a part of the home where they can stretch out their claws and mark their territory. Playing aggressiveness is typical with this pet, so your cat's claws may be used for hunting and pouncing practice. However, if this is your kitten's habit, strive to redirect them to their scratching post or toys whenever their claws come out. When your kitty is about to pounce and scratch, you can tell by their body posture. They tend to have dilated pupils. Their ears go flat to the head with the tail running back and forth. Tip number 2. Introduce daily play routines. Mapping out daily routines is essential for our cats. Daily play sessions of 10 to 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a day will help your cat bond well with you, feel comfortable and happy at home, and get rid of any surplus kitten energy or hostility. Teaching your cat to play gently is a crucial part of your journey together, leading them to not bite or scratch while playing. If you reinforce positive play behaviors and disregard negative ones daily, your pet will quickly learn to behave. Tip number 3. Divert their playful energies on toys rather than your hands. Playful biting of hands or feet is common when your cat is bored and hunting for a play toy. Kittens who are excited and lively may want to grasp your hands and feet, but it is critical to teach them that they can only attack toys. Otherwise, as they grow larger, their scratching and biting may create mishaps and injure you. Never use your hands or feet as kitten playthings to emphasize the message. Instead, use a toy, preferably held away from your body, such as feathers on a string, balls, or stuffed animals. So the next time your playful pet climbs on your hands or body, respond with a firm no. Immediately redirect them to a toy and cease playing for a few minutes to help your pet get the message. Tip number 4. Stop playing at the slightest occurrence of any biting or scratching. If your kitty gets exceptionally aggressive and bites or scratches you frequently rather than the rare accidental bite, teach them that it is unacceptable. Whenever this happens, cease fussing or playing with your cat right away. The best technique to halt aggressive play is to walk away from your pet, ignore them, and leave them alone for 5 or 10 minutes with no form of interaction. Do this every time your pet becomes hostile. They'll quickly understand and learn that an undesirable behavior results in being ignored. You should also examine the reasons why your cat is acting aggressively and try to work on them. This technique will only work when you start to train your cat when they're still a kitten, because they're still in the learning stage of development. Keep in mind that cats respond best to positive reinforcement, so remain calm and patient at all times. Tip number 5. Use the voice command. When trying to convey your emotions to your pet, your voice can be a tremendous asset in expressing your feelings to your pet. When your cat nips you, say a sharp no order to her to stop the biting and clawing. This sound, paired with ignoring undesirable behavior, might perpetuate your dissatisfaction. While your cat is focused on you, slowly withdraw your hand from its grip. If you drag it away suddenly, the cat will assume the game is over and grab it again. This, however, does not imply you should yell at your cat. Maintain a calm tone at all times and never lose your temper. When you yell at your kitten or show an angry reaction, it may make your cat confused, scared, or fearful, thereby worsening its behavior. When you believe it is time to resume play after a few minutes, continue to use your voice to promote excellent behavior and fair play. Always reward positive behavior and put a stop to it when your pet becomes overly exuberant or rough. Tip number 6. Create a peaceful environment. Research has shown that an anxious cat is more prone to engage in biting or clawing behavior. To avoid such bad behavior, you might want to ensure your kitten's environment is conducive to relaxation. Provide enough resources for your cat, such as a scratching post, hiding spaces, free access to water, food, litter trays. Also ensure that your kitten has a routine for playtimes and meals. Any extra noises or changes around the house are kept to a minimum. Tip number 7. Refrain from rewarding undesired behavior. Playing with your cat after a bite or a scratch goes to tell your pet that such behaviors are okay. Though you may be tempted to fuss or play with your cat after they bite or scratch you, be sure to take a step back to prove your point. Tip number 8. Make sure your cat is in good health. Your cat may become defensive due to pain or disease, making them more prone to attack. If your cat's biting or scratching persists, or if they appear to be violent, consult a veterinarian to ensure that nothing is wrong with your pet's health. Tip number 9. Trim her claws. There's no reason to declaw a cat for scratching, but keeping those claws clipped can make the scratch less painful for the recipient. Trimming your cat's claws should be done regularly to prevent ingrown claws in cats. Tip number 10. Teach your cat that treats are not given by the hand that triggers them. During training sessions, it'll be nice to teach your cat how to point your finger. Place a goodie in your hand to entice your pet before she makes touch with your finger. Click and surprise them with a treat from your other hand. This practice will educate your cat that treats can appear unexpectedly and encourage them to work even when they don't see a treat. This will also keep your cat distracted from portraying lousy behavior. Tip number 11. Understand your cat. It is entirely your responsibility to know of any changes in your cat's behavior or health condition. It is wise to examine your cat regularly so that she becomes accustomed to you touching every part of her body from head to toe. Then, always be watchful for indicators of imminent aggression. Tip number 12. Take the cat by the scruff of the neck. In some rare cases, you might get scared that your cat will continue to injure you. If this ever comes up, it is okay to pick up the cat by the scruff of its neck and relocate it to another section of the house or room. This breaks the behavior and removes them from the scenario that is bringing you grief. Once they've been corrected, try to refocus their conduct to something more appropriate. Tip number 13. Ask questions. Schedule a monthly visit with your veterinarian if you believe you have tried every other tip and there is no change in the situation. They will almost certainly have the answers to your numerous questions concerning the sort of behavior, the circumstances around the conduct, the household setting, and your method of correcting it. In some cases, they will need blood work to rule out specific illnesses that can cause increased aggression. If they cannot assist you in eliminating the behavior, they may recommend you to a behavior specialist. Every cat can be taught to be a polite and friendly training companion. It is solely your responsibility to make this happen. So that's it for today's video on how to train your cat not to bite or scratch. Try to be patient and avoid becoming frustrated with your cat as you go through these activities. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications. Also, check out our playlists and click on the video links that pop up at the end of this video. Thank you for watching.